EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Arizona Cardinals and our home team. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Brooklyn. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First carry for James Conner. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Give credit. The defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Stevens. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. First down, Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Stevens. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Murray over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Murray now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to about the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking to throw on second down. Johnston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Johnston. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on second and long. Murray, he's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on second down. Johnston flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And check down, complete to Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun, Johnston. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Gesicki, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Up the middle they go. Stevens. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Winston. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jameis Winston taking it in from the 20. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Paul ought to give up the middle. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Johnston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on third down.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stevens. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ball again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st and 10, Johnston. And he'll find Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A give to Hall running right.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On fourth down, Johnston. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw.
This is taken in by McBride.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Looking to throw on second down. Johnston.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And some room to maneuver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 30 big ones. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback?
That's caught at the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rolling to his right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Cardinals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On third down, here's Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll run on first down. Stevens, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stevens. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens.
2nd and 6.
Now Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Murray now. To Connor on the check down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Murray again.
That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Cardinals have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And he's going to go down again. Quentin Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Stevens. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And his kick is right there. It's good. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
A give running right is Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And I think the ball's out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Johnston.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Johnston. And this this one is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, it's Stevens.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, Stevens.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw, Murray. They'll roll him out right.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. It's Stevens. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Now a handoff up the middle. Stevens. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Johnston.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. But a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself into position and let your kicker have at it.
What can Murray do now with his drive? Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So much for field goal range. They were going for the jugular right there, just trying to end it.
That was definitely a shot play, as they like to call it, a chunk play. Whatever term you want to put on it, they were attacking deep downfield, trying to get to the end zone. Really well defended, going up and knocking it away.
They're going for it. It's Murray. On the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hall again on 2nd down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end.